Hello, and welcome to this bonus reading. We're going to be looking at strictly love energies for the month of March for all the signs. There will be timestamps down below. Keep in mind that I always upload the audio for the readings first to my podcast, and then I release it on YouTube. So if you guys want access to the audio first and you don't want to wait, make sure to subscribe to my podcast on Apple and Spotify. Message me for the link, or you could just find it on my website. Okay, before we dive in, basically the way it's going to work, there's going to be timestamps in the description box for every single one of the signs. You don't have to scroll through the whole video. I highly recommend watching your sun, moon, and rising for a complete picture of your energies. If you are not looking for romance, this reading is not for you because it's going to be strictly about love. Let's start off with Virgo. We're starting off with Virgo. Let's see, Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. What do you have in store for you for love in the month of March? Okay, Knight of Swords and the Four of Wands. There's definitely a strong bond that you share here. There's a strong connection that you're sharing. Bottom of the deck, you get the Justice. Okay, sorry about that. So like I said, Virgo, you get the Knight of Swords and the Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you get the Justice. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra. It doesn't have to be. Here's the thing. You're really trying to restore justice through your actions. You're trying to balance out the energies with your person this month. I don't know who this person is. It could be a relationship, like romantic. It could be a friendship. It could be, it could be any number of things. What you're really trying to do is to bring back a balance, which means that something happened in the recent past to throw you guys off of balance. So we're going to see exactly what that is. Let's start off with the Knight of Swords. Oh my gosh, the sun is so bright right here. It's either super bright or super pitch black. if I close the window or the curtain. So we'll just have to deal with really, really, really bright energies and bright sun. Give me two more. Ooh, Knight of Swords is clarified by the Empress, the Death, and the Nine of Cups. Very interesting. So you have minor arcana, and in the middle, you have two major arcana. Bottom of the deck, you get the Justice. I can see how important this person is to you. I can really see that this person holds a lot of weight, a lot of significance as far as you're concerned. And you're showing me this ending. It doesn't sit right with you. The death card is a death rebirth. So you're showing me, I want to resurrect this connection, Virgo. I want to bring this back. I want to really bring this connection back to life. Also, the Judgment is literally bringing something back from the dead and reviving it. And that's really where your energy is focused this month. Now, I can't tell if this is your person trying to bring back this connection or if you're the one trying to do it. It could be a mixture of both, right? But the reason you're so keen and the reason you're so focused on reviving this connection and literally bringing it back is because you believe that it will bring you a lot of emotional stability and emotional fulfillment if you're able to revive this connection, if you're able to bring it back. You've kind of decided with yourself too, especially with the Judgment here. You're like, I've made up my mind. I know that this is what I want. I know that this is the direction that I want to move in. And that's really what you're doing. All the actions that you are taking this month are to bring this connection back and revive it. And basically bring it back from the dead, bring it back from an ending, bring it back from the last, it's really right there on the edge. And you're like, no, it's not going to die on me. Let's take a look at the Four of Wands to see more about this connection. Because again, I can't tell if this is romantic or if this is a family member or a friend. You're being super vague. Could be all of those, right? For each of you, it could be something different. But it is a strong bond, and this person is very important to you. Yay, I'm so glad you guys were all able to join. For those of you listening to the replay, we had some technical difficulties, so. Four of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Wands, Three of Wands, King of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you get the Ace of Pentacles. Oh boy. Okay, now I understand why things may have ended or why you and your person may have hit a roadblock, some difficulties. The Knight of Wands and the King of Wands are both really, really awesome, confident energies. They're not so positive when they show up in the context of love and a relationship. These are the kind of energies which, first of all, they want to do what they want to do when they want to do it with who they want to do it. They don't want to answer to anybody. They definitely do not want you to be asking them, what are you doing? Where are you going? Who are you with? Who are you hanging out with? That is not for them. They're kind of like, I am a free spirit. I don't want to account for anything that I do. Literally, whatever they feel like doing at that moment, they want to do it, and they want to do it freely. If they want to get up and go to the gym at 2 a.m., don't even ask them why. Just be like, oh, good. So supportive. Love it. If they want to be texting 500 people at one time, or, sliding into people's DMs, no. You should just be okay with that, right? Like, you should just trust them. That's kind of this energy. Now, the reason it's problematic is because this person is also coming in with an immense need for attention. What I mean by that is the way that they find attention, the way that they seek this attention is from people they should not be getting attention from, right? This is not them going to their boss and being like, I want you to tell me how great I did today at work. Or I want you to tell me that, I did a great job. No, these people want attention from usually the opposite sex, or usually from people that they should not be getting this attention and validation from, because they're very, very insecure at their core. And so they seek that external validation constantly because they don't have that internal sense of stability. Now, I see that this was a recurring theme in your connection for, if not the whole connection, for a significant portion of this connection. And you're showing me, I do still want a new beginning with this person. I really do. I do still want to start over. I want to turn over a new leaf. But this energy is not going anywhere. And so that's why you're showing me, like, right now, because of this energy that they're embodying, I don't think we can have this new beginning, but hopefully down the line we can. Maybe in the future we can, right? This is a really, really, really problematic energy, Virgo, because it's hard. This person is not easy to deal with. And it's not that they don't feel this connection with you. They do. It's just this constant chase after attention and validation and all of that. It makes it difficult. It makes it very difficult. All right, Virgo. So that's what I had for you. Sorry, I just had to pause this a second to close the curtain. All right. So that was Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's take a look at Taurus. Show me Taurus. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Romantic energies. Predicted romantic energies for March. Show me Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The Hermit and the Eight of Wands. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo. Bottom of the deck, you get the Seven of Wands. Look, Taurus, I can see that right now there's no communication with your person. You're literally showing me there's radio silence. There's no communication. There's nothing. There's literally silence. You don't want that, though. You want communication. You want to talk to them. You want to have a conversation here, but there's a lot of resistance. Now, I'm going to clarify in a second. I can't tell if this resistance is because you and your person, right, there's like some friction there, or this person just has a really, really, really hard time communicating. There's something about opening up and communicating vulnerably and transparently, which this person just, it's not their strong suit. So let's clarify. We will start off with the Hermit. See why this radio silence is here, why there's such a lack of communication, what is going on. Let's see, clarify the Hermit for me. Oh. Ooh. Ten of Swords, the Tower, Queen of Cups. You guys still love each other, though. The love is still there. That hasn't changed. Bottom of the deck, they get the Emperor. They may be in Aries. The love that you feel for your person is still there, and they still love you just as much. But after this ending, after like somebody decided to call it quits, right, and really be done with it, not just kind of like, oh, I'm done with you because I want you to chase me. Somebody here was like, I am done with this. Following that ending, it just went radio silence, right? Now, a lot of this radio silence is not because your person doesn't want to talk to you. It's because their ego, right? Their ego is like, don't talk to this person. Absolutely not. We have no reason to communicate. But whoever decided to call it quits, the reason they did that, again, it's not because they don't love you. It's because they recognize that something about this connection, the foundation, the core between the two of you, it's rotten. It just can't work. It's almost like trying to build like a tower on top of like sand. You can't do it. It's not stable, right? You have to like compact the sand. You have to, whatever. I don't know anything about construction, but like you can't just go to the beach and be like, okay, I'm just going to erect a 7-story building here. There's a bunch of stuff that need to happen beforehand. And whoever decided to call it quits realized that at the core, the foundation between the two of you is not stable. You can't build. And that's why they chose to end things. It didn't come from a place of ego. It didn't come from a place of not loving you. They still love you. Their ego is why they're not talking to you. But the reason they chose to end this connection was because they recognized this connection is not stable. We can't move forward. We can't keep building on this connection the way it is. Let's take a look at the 8 of Wands. Clarify the 8 of Wands for me. Six of Swords, the Sun. Oh, 6 of Cups. Yeah, this is a soul connection. It's a deep connection. And again, Taurus, this is you. You chose to walk away from this, didn't you? You chose to walk away from this connection. Your person didn't walk away from you. You walked away from them. And you're showing me, like, I told them why I was walking away. It's not like I just suddenly one day decided, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And you just up and left. You gave them plenty of communication beforehand. Like, hey, I don't like this. This isn't working for me. This isn't stable. I need this. Like, I'm going to leave this connection if I don't get my needs met. A, B, C, D. You're like, I was crystal clear about what I needed from this person in this connection. And it's not that it was all bad, right? Like, you and this person had really good memories. You had great times. It wasn't just all terrible and doom and gloom. But you were crystal clear to this person before you left. You communicated multiple times, like, this isn't working for me. I don't like this. This isn't working for me. I need this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you're like, it didn't. It fell on deaf ears. And so I didn't leave because I didn't love them. I left because it became apparent to me, like abundantly clear, that I was talking to a wall. Like, my words just weren't sinking in. That's why you chose to walk away. Whew. Taurus, you don't play, do you? Taurus does not mess around. Okay, that was Taurus. Let's take a look at Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Romantic energies for March. Show me Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Energies for March, romantic energies. Oh, 4 of Wands. Yes, definitely a strong bond. Didn't Virgo get something like this? I don't even remember anymore. There's frustration when it comes to this connection. You share a deep connection with this person. You share a strong bond with them. But you're almost showing me like I'm at my wit's end with this person, with this connection. There's no balance here. It's either there's no flow, there's no balance. Something about this connection is off balance. Somebody gives more than they receive. I'm going to clarify this in a minute, but the balance is off. And I can see you, Cappy, really thinking about, like, what is it about this connection? Like, why is there no balance? Why is this thrown off balance? How can we bring this back to balance? What can we do to restore some balance? Now, this could also be balance in terms of like exchanging energies. Maybe you want to talk to your person, but they're like, absolutely not, go kick rocks, or vice versa, right? There's something about this connection which is off balance. Like, one side is giving or wanting, and the other one is just nothing. I will do Sagittarius at the end. They're always in the same order. Let's start off with clarifying the 4 of Wands. I want to see more about this connection. Clarify the 4 of Wands for me. Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. Some of you may be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Yeah, there's a lot of resistance here. there's a lot of resistance. And the reason this resistance is showing up, okay. It's funny how you're both showing up in this connection. Give me a second. I'm just going to sip my tea. You're both showing up under feminine energy. And this is a problem. Now, I'm not saying you're both women, right? I don't care what your actual gender is. In every connection, there is the masculine energy and there's the feminine energy. There has to be a balance. One person is going to take on more of the masculine energies, right? The doing, the pushing, the let's navigate this, let's problem solve. And one person is going to take off the more feminine energy, the receiving, the gentle energy. When you both in this connection show up under feminine energy, that's a problem because neither of you is doing anything. There's no driving force. There's no navigating. There's no like pushing. You're both kind of sitting there and like, well, I'm the queen here. You need to come to me. You need to address me. You need to like solve problems for me. And you're in that energy, right? Your person's in that energy. Both of you are on your thrones. You're not budging. You're not moving. And all I see is just like a separation. Just a gap, right? So you're waiting, your person's waiting. And this also, like the fact that you're both showing up under feminine energy also causes a lot of resistance and friction within your connection. Because again, nobody is doing anything. Now, I do want to emphasize, I don't care about gender roles, right? I don't care like who the man is, who the woman is. Like I don't subscribe to any of that. But there has to be a good balance in the connection between doing and receiving. And you're each going to be different, right? Like some people are very good at receiving love, while other people, their love language is active service, right? So this person's very good at receiving. This person's very good at like giving and doing. However, there's other people which are like very good at giving, right? Physical touch, and this person's very good at receiving it. And so there's always some sort of balance. Specifically in your connection, you guys are both in that feminine energy and nobody's taking action, which creates frustration. It creates friction. It creates problems here. Let's take a look at the 9 of Wands. I'll be doing Cancer and Aries too a little bit later on. Cancer is actually next. Aries is towards the end because I do fire signs in the end. Like I said, if you guys want to know the order of my readings, just go to one of my like monthly or mid-month readings. It's always the same order. Earth, water, air, fire. Yeah. Empress, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Here's the thing. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Your person loves you very much, Cappy. They love you very much. Okay. And I can see your person may be a Taurus, by the way. I can see how much you not only care for them, but how much you value them. You look at this person as really like there's nobody else like them. Nobody else even comes close. Like this person was basically made in like a factory for you. They smell how you want. They look how you want. They make you feel how they want. They are your perfect match. And you're showing me like, I really do want to start over with them. I want to have a brand new beginning. This could be in the terms of friendship. This could be in a relationship. You're not really being specific about what this new beginning is, but you're showing me I do want a new beginning with them. Awesome. What are you doing about it? Absolutely nothing. Acting like a literal child. Now, Cappy, I know you're not a fan of what I'm about to say, but you're not taking any action. You're acting, the way you're approaching this, the way you're looking at this is quite immature. It is. It's immature. You're showing up under very childish energy. And so I don't know how this manifests. It's going to be different for each of you, right? Maybe the way you communicate is childish. Maybe the way you're approaching your person is childish. Maybe the amount of action that you're taking or not taking, right? But I can see that you have a lot more power and a lot more effort to give, and you can show up under much more mature energies, right? Because you're showing up under the King of Cups here. You clearly love your person deeply. But in terms of the amount of effort and what you're doing, minimal, if anything. And it's not that you don't want it, you do. So like, what's the holdup, Cappy? Okay, that was Capricorn. Let's move on to Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Show me Cancer. Sun, moon, and rising. Romantic energies for March. Oh, okay. Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. So there is another energy showing up here. I can't tell if you guys have history and you're trying to rebuild, or if you guys are just like starting off, but it's you and another person and you're kind of just like hanging out, testing the water, seeing what's what. But it's very disappointing, isn't it? You're kind of bummed out. You're not very happy with the energy that you're getting from this person. You're not very happy with the energy that this connection is bringing for you. And you're showing me, I'm not taking any action yet. Like, I'm not going to just decide to cut this person off or give up on this entirely. But like, time will tell, right? I need to give it a little bit more time to see. But in the meantime, this is just bumming me out. Like, this is really not giving me what I wanted to give. It's not making me super emotionally fulfilled. It's honestly just kind of disappointing. Not heartbreaking, just disappointing. Like, you know, it's like meh. Sorry. So let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. Let's see what else we can glean about this connection. Let's see. Let's take a look at the Three of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. So when it comes to this connection, I do see you're showing me like, this is a new beginning. I feel like you have history with this person. And even if you don't have history with them, it could just be like, you know, you just started dating, you met someone, it's kind of clicking, kind of not. You keep fluctuating between, let me keep investing my energy in this and let me try to build and let's try to move forward. And let me just cut my losses and just, you know, take the L and just like, this is doomed to fail. Again, you're still hanging out with this person. You haven't walked away. You haven't detached. You're still interacting with them and giving them some of your energy. But the energy that you have behind that, it's kind of flip-floppy. Like some days you're like, yeah, this can work. We'll make it work. It's fine. Other days you're like, nope, this is doomed to fail. There's absolutely no way. Ew, I want nothing to do with this. Some days it's positive. Some days it's more difficult. You haven't cut ties yet though. You're still hanging out with them, talking to them. You're still giving them some of your energy. It just kind of feels very lackluster. Not forced, but you're just kind of doing it. I can't even see why you're doing this. I don't see the energy. You're showing me like, let's see the Four of Cups. Maybe that'll give us a little bit more clarity as to like why you're even interacting with somebody who's giving you meh. This is giving meh energies, for lack of a better term. Clarify the Four of Cups for me. Four of Pentacles, the Justice. Some of you may be dealing with the Libra, and the Knight of Swords. I see. Bottom of the deck is the Death. You're really trying. You're showing me like, I don't want to give up on this quite yet. Yeah, it's disappointing. Yeah, it's kind of bumming me out. It's not everything that I wanted it to be, but I don't want to give up on this yet, because part of you believes that if you just like give it more of your effort, right, that things will balance out, that you'll get to this place of feeling like, okay, now this is leveled, now this is balanced, now this is what I want it to be. It's not that you're trying to make this something that it's not. It's just more so this energy of like, I don't want to give up on it yet, because maybe I just haven't given it the good old college try, right? Like maybe I just need to try a little bit more and do a little bit more. And maybe if I like actually showed up and my heart was in it, then it would actually like turn into that positive connection, you know, that I'm looking for. I don't feel like it's your actions which are lacking here, Cappy, you know? Because at the bottom of the deck, you get the Death. And so the universe is kind of like, this isn't, in its current dynamic, it's just not really aligned for you. It's not really like energetically aligned for you. But I can also see for some reason you don't want to give up on this, because you feel like if you give up, you may, and not regret it, but you may just kind of look back and be like, well, I could have tried harder, right? Like I gave up too easily. I gave up too soon. Did you though? I don't know. Okay, Cancer. Did I just call you Cappy accidentally? I meant Cancer. Let's take a look at Scorpio. Predicted romantic energies for March. Show me Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Predicted romantic energies for March. Let's see. Oh, the Emperor. Are you dealing with an Aries? Please don't let this be you, Scorpio. Okay. The Emperor and the Eight of Swords, bottom of the deck, you get the Ace of Swords. So this is you. You are being quite difficult, aren't you? You are being a little bit rigid, but it's because something's not clear to you. So what you do when things aren't clear to you is on the back end, you spend a lot of mental energy thinking about it. You think and you think and you think and you analyze and you're like, okay, well, what does this mean? And what does this mean? And, how can I figure this out? But the only reason you're doing that is because there's something which it's like, you don't understand it yet. There's something which is either like not clear to you, where it's like you didn't get closure from the person, or whatever reason they're giving you, whatever they're explaining to you is just like, this isn't adding up. But basically the whole reason you're being this way, the reason you're being difficult, is because you're like, I need that clarity. I need that clarity. Like, I'm not getting the clarity that I need. So let's see. I'm tempted to like clarify this backwards. Hello, Angelique. Let's take a look at the Emperor. Or is that angelic? I can't tell. Let's take a look at the Emperor. Like I said, some of you may be dealing with an Aries, although I don't feel like this is your person's energy. I feel like this is your energy, which is manifesting because you're uncomfortable. You're sitting there and you're like, I need to understand this. Queen of Cups, shocking. Seven of Wands, Nine of Swords. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, you get the Knight of Wands. So here's the thing. Your person is not showing up consistently the way you expect them to. You know the love is there. You're showing me without a doubt, I know what I feel for my person. I know they feel the same thing for me. The love is mutual. But there is a level of... It's not frustration. It's more so like you put up a wall because you're showing me like I'm keeping my person at arm's length. And I'm like, why would you do that? You're showing me because they're stressing me out. They're causing me a lot of anxiety. They're causing me a lot of overthinking. Now, again, you are a water sign, right? But you're not the overthinking water sign. That's more Pisces, right? Cancer is the super emotional one. You're more the dramatic one. Pisces is more the one that like has to think everything through and like, sends themselves into a mental spiral trying to figure things out. And so if this person is stressing you out and freaking you out and really putting you on edge, it's because they're doing something. And I understand what that is. I'll explain in a second. And so what you're doing in response to that is you're kind of keeping them at arm's length. You're like, you know what? Your energy is just not giving me what I needed to give right now. Stay back. And the way you're kind of putting this like stay back energy is through a lot of difficult energy. You're trying to control things. You're trying to make like literally things have to go your way or else it's just not going to work. Now, the reason your person is stressing you out, the reason you're showing me like I'm having all this like anxiety and this overthinking is because your person's very inconsistent. They are not showing up consistently the way you expect them to. This could be emotionally, this could be in terms of communication. Something about the level of effort and energy that they're presenting in this connection is not consistent and is not up to what you expect, right? In your head, and you're showing me that's stressing me out. Now, I'm not saying you have an unrealistic expectation. You and this person have a track record where it's like you're used to, let's say, talking twice a day. You're used to texting once an hour. You're used to seeing each other once a week. Something about that has been consistent, and then now it's not consistent anymore. And that break in consistency, that lack of consistency, it's really what's stressing you out right now. Okay, let's take a look at the Eight of Swords and see what you are mulling over here, what you're thinking about nonstop. Let's take a look at the Eight of Swords, Scorpio. See what this is. Oh, okay. Six of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Chariot. Okay, some of you may be dealing with a Virgo or a Cancer. Bottom of the deck, you get the Hanged Man. You just want balance. You're showing me I'm not asking for too much. What I give, I expect to receive. If I text you twice a day, I expect you to text me back. And obviously, your person has lived up to these like standards at some point because you weren't always stressed about balance in this connection, were you? There was a flow at some point. Now that that flow has been broken and this balance has been broken, you're kind of like, this doesn't work for me. This is stressing me out. And you're showing me I'm really spending a lot of time trying to figure out how we can get back to this like beautiful exchange of energies, this beautiful balance, this beautiful give and take that we had. Okay. And getting literally like moving past this period right now, because you're showing me, I feel like the energies right now between us are just stuck. They're just stuck. They're not moving. There's not a lot of communication here. There's not a lot of that like internal exchange of energies, right? You know how you can like look at somebody and you don't have to talk, but like you guys are exchanging energies, you're exchanging like communication and you know what the other person's thinking. You and your person had that at some point. And you're showing me, I'm trying to figure out like on a deeper level how we can get unstuck. Now, I can see that you've spent a lot of time thinking about this. I don't think thinking is a solution here, Scorpio, because you're showing me I've thought of this and thought about it and I still don't have a solution. So I don't know if thinking about it some more is going to help, but I really don't see any other action that you're taking this month other than trying to like mentally, logically figure this out because it's frustrating you. I can see it's frustrating you. Okay, that was Scorpio. Let's move on to Pisces. Moving on to Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. Ooh, there we go. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, romantic energies in March. Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Something stuck, Pisces, but the love is still there. You still love your person and they still love you. So the emotion is there, but here in the 3D world, nothing's happening. Nothing's moving, nothing's shifting, nothing's progressing. The energies are just stuck. But the reason they're stuck is because someone is meant to realize something here. The universe, especially with the Hanged Man, the Page of Pentacles is like a learning process, but the Hanged Man is like learning or realizing something on a divine level. The universe is keeping you and your person stuck because someone needs to realize something. Now, again, we have free will. We can be super stubborn. Let's see if this is you, Pisces, or your person who, it's not even a lesson. It's more like a realization. Somebody's not getting something. It's not clicking for them. Let's see. Clarify the Page of Pentacles for me. Also, guys, if these readings resonate, you want even more free bonus readings, make sure to subscribe to my email list. I send out free extended readings every Monday, only to my email list subscribers. You literally can't get these readings anywhere else. I don't release them anywhere except for my email subscribers. You can subscribe on my website, unicorntarot.com. And it's totally free. Page of Pentacles is clarified by the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, and the 6 of Pentacles. You're single right now. I can see that you're single, right? But you're conflicted because part of you enjoys being single. There are certain aspects to the single life, which you're showing me I can take care of myself. I can give myself everything I need. Like I'm good on my own. I don't necessarily need somebody else. And being single also does provide you with some level of emotional stability, emotional balance. When you're single and you're not connected, you're not in a connection, right? Even though emotionally you're still attached to this person. But in the 3D world, when you're single, you don't have to deal with the other person's energy. When they go on this like emotional roller coaster, you don't have to join them for that, right? They can't take you on like an emotional roller coaster ride if you're not together. And so you only have to really focus on your needs, your desires, what you want to do. That's very emotionally balancing. It provides a lot of stability, okay? However, remember how I said you're conflicted? You're very torn because part of you is like, yeah, singlehood has its benefits. I enjoy being single. I enjoy this and that. The other part of you is like, no, I don't enjoy being single. Like I want something with this person. You're being very vague. You're not telling me what it is that you want. You're showing me like, I want to interact with them. I want to talk to them. I want to have access to them. But you know that having access to them is also going to mean that necessarily that will disrupt some of that emotional stability. So you are very conflicted. And that's why you're not doing anything. You're not moving towards your person and towards this connection, but you're also not fully committing and diving in and being like, I'm done. I'm single. I'm just doing me. You're kind of teetering and you're almost like stuck in place, but you're the one keeping yourself stuck in place, which is why I don't see any pain here. I don't see any discomfort. It's just more so like, You have to decide what you want to do. Like, do you want to be single or do you want this connection? Do you want that emotional stability that comes with being on your own? Or do you want to interact with this person for better or worse? Like the good and the bad energies that they bring to the table. Let's take a look at the Hanged Man. The energies are stuck, but the universe is keeping them stuck for some reason. Clarify the Hanged Man for me. Two of Wands, the Lovers, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. Look, this connection is not only like a deep soul connection in the 5D, it has all the necessary criteria for a successful, stable relationship here in the 3D as well. You and your person really are compatible, okay? But the universe is keeping you both separated. The universe is coming in and intervening and keeping you both separated because somebody's energies need to be balanced out here. And this isn't just here in the 3D world where somebody's energies need to be balanced out. The justice is divine balance. Somebody internally is not balanced. It could be emotionally, it could be in how they perceive things, it could be any number of things. Somebody is lacking that internal balance. And that's why one of you or your person, and that's why the universe is like, we have to keep the energy stuck because one of you is leveled and balanced. The other one is not. And the universe is showing me if it were to bring you two together, whoever is unbalanced would essentially tip the scales and drag the other person down. And the universe is like, I don't want that to happen. And so right now I have to keep you apart until both of you are balanced and leveled, and then I can reunite you. Interesting. I don't feel like you're the one that's off balance though, Pisces. Maybe you are. You would know. You would 1,000% know if this was you. Okay. Moving on to Aquarius. Let's see. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ooh. I'll take it. Romantic energies for March. We have the Queen of Cups, which fell out. Which, not surprising. The love is still there between you and your person. I don't know why I said still. The love is there between you and your person. Why did still come out? Maybe this is going to be super positive. Why did I say still? I know why I said still. Look, there's a balance between you and your person. It's not as bad as, I'm not saying you even look at it as bad. I will say that there is some sort of equal give and take between you and your person. There's an exchange of energies. You're interacting. I don't feel like things have been severed. I don't feel like you guys broke up. Now, the positive news is that you love your person. They love you just as much. So whether they communicate it or not, which I don't feel like they communicate this to you, they care for you just as much as you care for them. The emotional aspect is there. The problem is whoever's showing up as the King of Wands, some of you may be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This is where it becomes problematic because your person is really run by their ego. Their ego runs the show for them. And obviously this is an issue. This is a problem. Anybody who is run by their ego will act in ways which are not aligned for them and usually will act in ways which do not support this relationship. And so even though there is this balance, there is an exchange of energies between the two of you, sometimes I feel like that balance is thrown off because of the person who is really, really, really prioritizing their ego. So let's take a look at the positive first. I want to start with the Queen of Cups. I want to see the love, the emotion. Clarify the Queen of Cups for me for Aquarius. Six of Wands, the Strength, and the Hierophant. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo or a Taurus. Bottom of the deck, you get the Eight of Wands. This connection is successful. If you're looking for higher levels of commitment, for stability, I don't even care if it's like marriage or not. If you're just looking for a stable, long-term relationship, this connection is it. This person It's it. And whatever difficulties, whatever hardships you guys may have experienced, you both are capable of successfully overcoming that because you both love each other. You both genuinely, deeply care for each other. And I can see that you guys are either going through a rough patch or you went through a rough patch, but the universe is kind of trying to come in and let you know, as long as you guys can communicate openly, vulnerably with each other, transparently, and not hold back, right? When you communicate, not communicate from a place of ego or a place of fear, but genuinely communicate, you can successfully overcome all the hardships. This connection, again, if you're looking for higher levels of commitment and stability, this connection is it. And the love is beautiful. This connection is truly incredible. And very rarely does the universe come in with a message like that of like, this is good. Like, if you want this, you guys can make this work. But why is the King of Wands here? It's a bit of a problematic energy. So let me clarify the King of Wands. Let's see, why is the King of Wands? I don't feel like it's you, Aquarius. You have a little bit of an ego, but you're not usually really driven or guided by your ego. Oh, maybe it is you. The star, that's you. The sun, the world. Oh, no, it's not you. It's not you. You realize, right? You realize that when it comes to like whoever's driven by their ego, it's not you, it's your person. But what you realize as a result of that, and this has become crystal clear to you, is that you need that to end. You're showing me like, yeah, we can overcome all this. Yes, I love you. Yes, you love me. I can't keep dealing with your ego. Your ego, your need to have things your way, your need to always be right, your need, like whatever it is, the way the ego manifests, you're like, that needs to be put to bed. We need to put that to rest. Close the book. This doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve me. Like, I'm done with it. Now, again, the ego has created a lot of frustration in this connection too, because this person, unlike most times where the King of Wands embodies like this immense need for attention seeking behavior, I don't feel like your person's like that. Your person is just more so very insecure. And the way that they kind of portray security or portray their confidence to you is by being very difficult. They set all these like weird boundaries in place, which don't really make sense for this connection. So for example, you guys have been together for, I don't know, like a year, right? And this person's like, I'm not ready to introduce you to my family. You know that that's not the case because you've met his family. You've seen his family in like a general, you know, like you ran into them in the supermarket. They know about you. They know who you are. They just don't know that you guys have been dating for a year. But that's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean when I'm talking about these like random weird boundaries. And it's, again, coming from a place of ego because your person is very, very, very insecure. And by them putting all these, it's not even roadblocks, it's just like all these like stipulations in place that makes them feel like they're in control, right? Again, this comes from a place of insecurity. You recognize that. And so I don't feel like you're really pushing the issue, but you are showing me like this ego thing, whatever, you know, however it's manifesting in our connection, enough. It needs to be put to rest. Interesting, Aquarius. Because you do really like spending time with your person. I can see that. You guys have a great time together. But like, why are they, what's up with all these like random, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to call them. Like boundary, stipulation, needs. I don't even know what title to put on it. Okay, moving on to Libra. Show me Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Predicted romantic energies for March 2025. Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Predicted romantic energies for March 2025. Okay, Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. You're questioning something here. There is another energy. You are hanging out with someone, talking to them. I'll call it like you guys are like working together, even though you're not like working together. I don't feel like they're a work colleague. You're not putting a title on what you guys are. there's another energy that you're interacting with. And you're showing me, I'm really trying to look at this from an analytical perspective to evaluate and assess this and really kind of like look at everything go through everything with like a fine-tooth comb. Because there's something here which you're questioning. You're not 100% sure about it. It's not a red flag, but it's more so like something's just not sitting right with you. And you're like, I need to think about this some more. So let's start off by clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. I want to see what it is that you are trying to figure out, what you're assessing, what you're evaluating here. Let's see. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles for me. Five of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and the Fool. You're trying to really figure out, what? Libra, this is you. You're showing up at the bottom of the deck here. You miss somebody. You miss your person. You miss this person. You miss this connection, but you guys are separated. I can see the physical gap between the two of you. Like I can see you're in one place physically and your person is like separated from you. You don't live together. There's not just like an emotional separation. There's a literal physical gap, physical separation between the two of you. And you're showing me, I miss my person. I miss this connection. I really do. And this is you, Libra. I really do kind of want to wipe the slate clean and start over. But you're showing me I'm trying to evaluate and assess whether or not we can make that happen. Is it whether or how? Because you're showing underneath that the King of Wands, which is letting me know that your ego is coming into play here. Now, your ego is somehow showing up in this connection. So are you unsure of how, like the practical steps of how to come back from this separation or this loss? Or are you trying to figure out how, like if you want to make it happen? Interesting. I can't clarify because then I have to clarify for all the signs. But you definitely miss your person and you definitely want to start over. I just can't tell if you're trying to figure out what to do or whether you should take action. Let's take a look at the Page of Swords. I want to see what it is that you're doubting here. Clarify the Page of Swords for me for Libra. Page of Swords is clarified by the Five of Swords, the World, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, bottom of the deck, you get the Judgment. You realize you've sabotaged something, haven't you? You're showing me, part of me is telling me, like, it could be like a little teeny tiny part of your brain, which is like, hey, you ruined this. You sabotaged this. You somehow destroyed this. Your self-sabotaging ways need to come to an end. So you recognize that either specifically in this connection or just overall when it comes to relationships, you tend to self-sabotage. You tend to ruin a good thing. Now, again, you realize this, but you're showing me when it comes to taking action to heal this, to fix this, to literally put an end to that chapter of my life, the self-sabotaging chapter, you're showing me that's a learning process. That's going to take me a minute. You've decided that you want to put an end to this. You're literally showing me like, I know that I do this. I know I have a tendency to do this, whether it's just in this relationship or in relationships as a whole. I realize that I do this. I realize it doesn't serve me. I need to put an end to this. I need to close this out. However, it's going to take me a while because the progress, and again, this is your perception, the progress that you're going to make is going to be very slow, very minimal. You're showing me the Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And so it's not that you're not going to make any progress, but you're just making baby steps, which is letting me know that the way you view it is you're incapable of like healing this more rapidly. I feel like you can, okay? I feel like you can do a lot more to fix this tendency than you give yourself credit for. Because you're looking at yourself almost like, in terms of your capacity of healing this, like a child. Like, oh, I'm not capable. I can only do so much. You have a lot more to give when it comes to fixing this. You're just, I think there's like a little bit of fear here, but you're not showing me the fear. But I can sense the fear. But it's okay. At least you're taking some steps. Like you realize you carry this type of tendency. You realize that you need to heal this and fix this. And you're actually taking 3D world steps to start working on it. Even if they're small, that's still better than nothing, Libra. So give yourself credit for that at least. Okay, That was Libra. Let's look at Gemini. Show me Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. Predicted romantic energies for March. Show me Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. Predicted romantic energies for March. Two of Cups and the Page of Wands. I like this. Oh, bottom of the deck, you get the Tower. It seems like this connection is beautiful. Like the Two of Cups, it's a loving romantic relationships. There's emotion here. The Page of Wands is very fun. It's very lighthearted. It's very playful. Why is the Tower here? What happened or what do you fear is going to happen, right? Because the energies that I'm seeing are positive, but then the Tower is literally not a positive energy. So I feel like it's more so like a fear of yours that something's going to happen. Let's clarify. Let's take a look at the Two of Cups and see what the universe has to say about this relationship, about this romantic connection. Two of Cups is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. What? Lots of twos. Bottom of the deck, you get the Eight of Swords. So there's love here. And your person is expressing their love and they're expressing their emotions. And you're showing me, like, I tell them I care about them. They tell me they care about me. The emotion is there. The love is there. Why are you confused? Why are you confused? And you get the Two of Wands. Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Two of Wands. You get all the twos in tarot. Twos are really about like two polar energies, the positive, the negative, the light, the dark, the knowing, the not knowing. Why are you so confused? What about this connection is so confusing? And it's not just confusing. Like I can see you, sorry, I'm just adjusting in my chair. I can see you really looking at this, like thinking and analyzing, but whatever it is you're thinking about when it comes to this connection, you're allowing your own fears, your own insecurities, your own doubts to really cloud your perception. I feel like, Gemini, you're causing yourself your own confusion when it comes to this relationship. Because all I'm seeing is positivity, right? You get the Two of Cups, you get the Knight of Cups. Now, obviously, this isn't like soulmate love of my life connection, at least not yet, based on the energies that I'm seeing. But I don't really see any room for all the fear and all the overthinking and all the insecurities and all the terrible, like, what ifs that you're showing me. Because you're showing me, I don't know. And it's this lack of knowing, right? Like, I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're feeling. There's a lot of I don't knows in connection. It's those I don't know which are really throwing you for a loop. I can see you bouncing back and forth, but I really do feel like you're causing yourself this confusion. I don't feel like your person is confusing you. I feel like all your thinking and overthinking is what's confusing you, Gemini. Let's take a look at the Page of Wands. Show me the Page of Wands. What is this energy all about? Oh, that was just nothing flipped over, so we're not taking anything. Page of Wands is clarified by the Temperance, the Three of Cups, and the Five of Swords. Do not sabotage this, Gemini. Bottom of the deck, you get the Queen of Pentacles. Listen, take your energy and put it toward yourself. Give yourself the TLC that you need. Support yourself. Nurture yourself. Do not sabotage this connection. I can see that you enjoy spending time with your person. I can see that it's fun, it's playful, it's exciting. There's this part of you which sometimes, because of your fear, you're like, let me ruin this before it gets ruined, right? The universe is really trying to teach you patience on this one and come in and like give you, like, it's trying to balance out your energy, but more so than balance it out, it's trying to give you this internal sense of harmony. Something about you when it comes to this connection is really not balanced. Now, you're Gemini, right? You're kind of like two sides to the same coin. One side's a little darker, one side's a little lighter. But like this connection has really come into your life to help you kind of merge those two sides into balance, into harmony. Now, of course, you have free will. And so you could literally just sabotage like you may have a tendency to, or ruin this before it gets ruined. But I see that you enjoy spending time with your person. I can see that this is fun. It may not be as deep as you want it to yet. You may not be getting all the clarity and security that you need, but the universe is trying to show you that the sun shines within you. You can give yourself that sense of stability. You can give yourself that comfort. You can give yourself whatever you need. You don't have to seek it from this connection. And even if there is some things which you're not clear about when it comes to this connection, like, what does this person want? What are we doing? How are we moving forward? What's going to happen in 3 months? You may not have all that laid out, but the universe is like, that's okay. You don't have to have it laid out. And I feel like this is kind of, I'm not seeing lesson, but this is something that the universe is really trying to convey to you. I just don't know if your fears and your insecurities are going to get the better of you here, Gemini. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so that was air signs. Let's move on to fire signs. I'm just going to sip my coffee real quick. Okay, moving on to Leo. Leo, sun, moon, and rising. Romantic energies for March. Show me Leo, sun, moon, and rising. The strength, there you are, Leo, front and center, and the magician. You're manifesting hardcore this month. King of Cups, you're manifesting love. Either you have someone in particular in mind, or you're just showing me, I want somebody to love me so, like, to the depths of their soul. Like, that's what you're manifesting. That's what you're asking the universe for. You're literally manifesting a deep, deep, deep love. So let's see if you have someone specific in mind, or you just know what you're, like, exactly what kind of love you're looking for. Excuse me. Let's take a look at the strength. I'm going to clarify you first. Because literally you were the first card that came out. You're like, I've got plenty to say, which usually you do. Nobody puts Leo in a corner. Am I right? Leo's like, spotlight on me. Strength is clarified by the High Priestess, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Cups. Okay, bottom of the deck, you get the Judgment. You have somebody specific in mind. You're showing me, I know deep, deep down exactly who I want, exactly what I want to revive. I want to have a new beginning here. I want to rekindle this connection, especially with the Judgment. Like, you literally want to bring this back from the dead. You want to revive it, and you've decided. You're showing me it's not just kind of like, I'm thinking about it. I have put my mind to this. I know what I want. I know who I want. I know how I want it to feel. You're not even like shying away from maybe making the first move, like kind of extending yourself. I don't feel like you're really keen on that. Like, if it was up to you, you just sit there and let the person come to you. But you're showing me like, I'm not even, it wouldn't be too much for me to be like, okay, fine, I'll text you or I'll reach out to you, right? But you have somebody specific in mind. You know exactly who you want and who you want to rekindle this connection with. So let's take a look at the Magician, because you're manifesting hardcore. So what are you manifesting? What specifically are you manifesting? You're like, I'm manifesting love. Yes, I know that. But tell me more, Leo. Tell me more. Oh, okay. What flipped over? One flipped over. The Eight of Swords. The rest of them did not flip over, so I don't take them. Oh, gosh. The Eight of Swords. I just realized what card flipped over. Eight of Swords does not go well with manifesting, Leo. You'll manifest whatever you're thinking about, and if you're thinking about negative things, you're going to manifest negative things. Magician is clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Yeah, no duh. You're showing me I'm manifesting and I'm manifesting. Bottom of the deck, you get the Page of Cups. I'm really manifesting with all my might. And it's like, I just feel like it's so difficult. There's so much friction. There's so much resistance. Like, I'm literally getting annoyed almost with my manifestation not working out. Like, when are we going to get to the good part? When is this going to work out? When am I going to successfully get and see the results of all my manifesting? You're showing me I'm getting the Page of Cups, right? I don't want the page. I want the king. I don't want some flirty, cute, fun energy. I want love, like deep, deep, deep ocean depth love. Leo, you are, I know that you're manifesting what you want, but you're also muddying the waters of this manifestation with a lot of fears and a lot of doubts and a lot of negative beliefs. And so it's essentially like you're pushing the gas to get the car to move forward, but you're also pushing the brake at the same time. So your car is not moving. It's just stuck. And like sometimes, maybe it'll like jerk forward a little bit, but basically you're stuck in place when it comes to this manifestation. And you're showing me like, I'm so annoyed. I'm so frustrated. Why is this? Why is this happening? Like it's supposed to work out. Yeah, you're blocking it though. And this could be with your own fears. Maybe you are afraid of like, oh, I'm going to manifest this, but it's not going to work out. Manifestations never work for me. Maybe you're blocking this with your limiting beliefs. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. This could be any number of things, but it's coming from your mind. Your mind with its fears and its doubts and its insecurities, that's the block to this manifestation. And so as much as you don't want to hear it, you're causing your own frustration when it comes to being able to manifest the love and the rekindling of this relationship with this person that you have in mind. Take a look at what your thoughts are telling you, Leo. We spend all day with our thoughts. Literally, we are all day in our head thinking and thinking and thinking. Take a look at what your thoughts are telling you. Take a look at what you're telling yourself. Okay, that was Leo. Moving on to Sagittarius. Show me Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. Predicted romantic energies for March. Oh. Show me Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. Predicted romantic energies for March. Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Swords. Here we go again, but not on your own. Oh my God. Bottom of the deck, you get the Chariot. Some of you may be dealing with a Cancer. You don't have to be a Cancer, though. Elise said this was amazing and so accurate. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, Elise. I love it when people join the live. Okay, here's the thing. I feel like this is like, here we go again. You walked away from something and then you're going right back. Now, I don't even feel like you're necessarily going right back. It could just be that you're getting sucked back into this energetically with your person, right? You're getting at the bottom of the deck, the Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles. These are two, some of you, and the Justice. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra as well. This is the Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles are two completely opposing energies, okay? It's literally the fastest moving energy in the deck and the slowest moving energy in the deck. You and this person have a lot of stop and go in this connection. I don't even care if you're with them, not with them, broken up, not broken. I literally don't care. Lots and lots of stop and go and lots of here we go again and here we go again. And I'm on my merry-go-round. Like you've had multiple rounds with this person. Somebody walked away, but I feel like it's like you walked away, they walked away. It doesn't even matter because here we go again. Let me see. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. See what this here we go again energy is all about. Let's see. Oh, what was that? 8 of Wands. Yep, communication. You can expect to hear from your person soon, or you'll reach out to them. I don't know. I feel like you're going to hear from them, though. I don't feel like you're the one taking action here. Yep, 8 of Wands, King of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. And bottom of the deck, they get the Emperor. You're going to hear from your person. That's the here we go again aspect of this. Is it going to be awesome, open, vulnerable communication where they're literally pouring their heart out and you guys are riding off into the sunset together? Absolutely not. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be very terse communication. There's not really going to be any like emotional substance to it. And what I mean by that is you and your person have some history. And so it's not like this is the first time you guys are talking where we're getting to know each other. Like, hey, how are you? What's the weather like where you're at? Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. No. there's a lot more depth to this connection, but the way you guys are communicating, like most people probably have a better conversation with the person that bags their groceries at the supermarket while they're waiting in line. This conversation is heavy. It's difficult. It's like trudging through mud or like quicksand. It's just heavy and right? But there is still communication. And I'm like, if we're going to I can't figure out who reached out to who reaches out, right? Because this is like for the rest of March. Either you reach out to them, they reach out to you. Either way, it's like, I'm really getting like, what's the point? What's the point of this conversation? There is no point. It's just heavy. It's difficult. But it's kind of like, oh, the conversation, here we go again, right? It picks back the energies. It's you guys hop right back on that merry-go-round. Let's take a look at the Six of Swords. Clarify the Six of Swords for me. Six of Swords is clarified by the Page of Wands, the Star, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, you get the Ace of Cups. Look, oh my God. You both want the same thing, right? You would never know it by this energy, but you both want the same thing, and you both love each other still. You love your person, they love you. I don't care who walked away. I don't care how long you guys haven't spoken. I don't care. The love is still there equally. It hasn't died down, not one iota, not for you, not for the other person. Like if I put you two in a room and I was like, I somehow was able to like magically control you and be like, tell each other how you feel, you would both feel the exact same way. You both are desiring more than anything, a brand new beginning with each other, not just friendship. Ace of Cups, new beginning in love. You want it. Your person wants it. You know that there's a lot of emotional fulfillment that would come along with this new beginning in love, both for you and for your person. However, one of you or both of you, but I do feel like it's more so one of you, is really showing up in the literal most immature way possible. Now, this person's showing me I'm the one that walked away, but I don't believe them. Whoever is showing up with the immature energy, I feel like they're taking claim of like walking away from this connection, not ending it, by the way. They're not showing me I ended this connection. They're like, I decided to walk away. I decided to move away to calmer energies. And I'm like, I'm not buying it. That's like a child being like, oh, I built this house with my own hands. It's like, no, your dad and the construction company, well, your dad and mom, whatever. The construction company built this house. Just because your dad told you you built this house doesn't actually make it true. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting with this person. It's kind of like, yes, you're right. You walked away. Sure. And I'm Bigfoot. It's that kind of an energy. I literally feel like I'm dealing with a child in the way that they interact and the way they approach things and the way they approach this relationship, which is quite sad because the love is there. The love is deep. The love that you feel for each other is mutual. And you both want a new beginning in love. But somebody here is so immature. It is mind-blowing. But either way, Sag, here we go again. You're going to hear from your person. You're going to hear from them. Is it going to lead anywhere? Probably not. Do you guys both want to go to the same place, same destination, new beginning in love? Yes. Is that going to happen? Probably not, because literally this person's so immature. Okay, last but not least, Aries. Show me Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Predicted romantic energies for March 2025. Show me Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Predicted romantic energies for March 2025. The Magician and the Queen of Pentacles. Love it. Bottom of the deck, you get the Hanged Man. Something is stuck when it comes to your love life. Something is really just not moving. It's not budging. You're like, I've been trying and trying and trying. I literally feel like I am, trying to move Mount Everest. Like it's not happening. The energies are just stuck. And what you're manifesting this month is not even about this relationship. You're showing me that you're manifesting stability. emotional stability, comfort, feeling like you have everything that you need without needing this other person, without having to rely on them. Now, that's not saying that you don't want to be in this connection, right? If you're together, not together, it doesn't matter. Your manifestation is really focusing on yourself and not so much about this relationship, because I feel like this connection and this relationship have been stuck and you're like, I'm done trying to focus on all my energies on something that's not budging and not moving. Let me prioritize myself for a change. This is beautiful. Let's start off with the Magician. Clarify the Magician for me. Queen of Swords, the Tower, and the Three of Swords. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, you get the Two of Pentacles. Your person, the person that you're dealing with, now I can understand why you're focusing on yourself, because you're showing me this person, I've been getting nothing but ice cold energy from them. Literally, ice queen. I don't care if they're a man, woman, alien. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Ice queen. You get nothing but cold, detached, very like clipped communication, very, very, very cold energies. It's all logical. It's all practical, no emotion. You're also showing me that this connection multiple times has literally broken your heart. You're showing me the Three of Swords and the Tower. Not only were you emotionally heartbroken and emotionally shattered, this person and this connection have destabilized you so many times. Like, they've literally thrown you off kilter with, you know, they've confused you, but in a way that you're not used to, right? They've done things, or they've said things, or things occurred in this connection that you really were not expecting. And you're like, I literally feel like the ground beneath me just like opened up and swallowed me whole multiple times through this connection. So not only was I emotionally devastated and heartbroken more than once with this person, Aries, it's like literally they destabilized the heck out of you multiple times. Both like emotionally, but also on like a soul level. It's almost like you felt like within you, you're like, I don't know what's up, what's down. Like, I am all over the place. Let's take a look at the Queen of Pentacles, Aries. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles for me, Aries. I left that person because they were playing too many games. For those of you listening to the replay, I'm reading the chat from the live. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you get the Two of Cups. You're showing me that this person, right? You're not an earth sign. They may be an earth sign. But you're showing me like, if this person showed up under stable, grounded, balanced energies, right? And not only like here in the 3D world, they were balanced. Like, the energies between us were temperance, like healed, and there was harmony, and there was balance on a divine level as well. I'd be open to having a new beginning. I would be open to Two of Cups, starting over in this relationship. And so you're not being unreasonable where you're like, F you, kick rocks, I'm done. No, you're like, if you showed up under balanced energy and you showed up as the divine partner, the divine match, which I know you can be, by the way, it's not like you're asking them to turn into something that they're not. You're like, I've seen the stability from you. I've seen you in certain parts throughout our relationship. You were that divine match. You were that divine counterpart. And so if you were to show up under stable, grounded energy and you treated me like your divine counterpart, where we're both stable, we're both grounded, we both nurture and support each other, and we bring back harmony to this connection, both here in the 3D world and on a divine level, sure, I'd be open to a new beginning in love with you. We could start this relationship over. I haven't completely given up. But what I'm not going to do is keep dealing with your cold, detached, ice energy where you've broken my heart, you've destabilized me multiple times, you've thrown me for a loop, and then you just expect that what, I'll have a new beginning with you regardless? I have certain criteria. Now, I don't know if that criteria is going to be met or not. But I do know that you're putting your foot down. You're like, I'm not dealing with this nonsense anymore. So very nice, Aries. But that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you here on the next Extended.